What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Franknitty. And wait, it's not right. Alright, much better. Now, let's finally show y'all the game room.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shitty, my bros raw. No breaks, we go, 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 go. Throw shade, that's a no, 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 no. Go high, go low, low, low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more, more, more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I'm a real one, my day ones. Try speak up, can't say none. Try dig dirt, there ain't none. I make the money that save up. 10 to 80, my save ons. Take to the top on the base one. New car, race on. Fast lane, pace on. With the booyah, that's a flex. Not human, I ain't from another planet. I'ma teleport, might vanish. I'ma wake up, do damage. Join number 7, he's bored though. Working all night, need more though. I remember nights I was poor though.
Alright, so I'm finally bringing you guys the room tour. Now, I've been saying I'm gonna get this video up for a long time, and I'm glad it's finally here. I'm gonna list everything in the room as far as art I have in here, TV stand, computer, desk, TV, and of course, we're gonna go over the ceiling. Now, I'm gonna start with the ceiling. The ceiling actually is made up of technically 3 things. We're gonna go with 1, the black you see is actually black felt. 2 is the microfiber optic lights. That's what you see obviously doing the twinkling. And then you have the most important part that I think is the seafoam board. Now you can get the seafoam board from Lowe's, had it, Home Depot had it. You can get it from pretty much anybody. The hard part about this project is that you cannot speed up the process at all. So it's gonna take time. There's no getting around that. One thing that this did do is it took time. It's not perfect, but again, it looks amazing. I love it. One thing we couldn't get around was poking 700 separate holes into the black felt wrapped around the seafoam board. You have to, there's no getting around that. There's no faster way to do it because you don't want to ruin the seafoam board. And the seafoam board is technically like a thicker styrofoam, I want to say. But you basically drill, so we got the smallest drill bit and we drilled into the seafoam board through the felt. Now, once you did that, you were able to string the microfiber optic into, which is the lights, into the whole board. At the end of it, all we did was clip with the nail clipper the end of them. Once you clip the ends of them, it gives you this flat star look. Now, with that being said, it sounds simple, but it was actually tedious. It was out of this world tedious, but we ended up getting it done. I was super happy with the results. It does change colors. I'm a big fan of LEDs. Like, I feel like if you're gonna have a game room, you want it to be as cool as this. Again, I want to see people with better ideas than I came up with. That's more the reason why I put a full product description out. I'm doing this full video breakdown so everybody can kind of make it their own. It's kind of what I did. The hardest part about the ceiling, I want to say, is the soffit ceiling, which is the square you see around the black felt. That part was a little harder because you had to find the studs in the wall and you had to kind of know what you're doing. And when I say we were kind of just piecing pieces together to make it work, we ended up making it work. Don't know how, but we made it work. Again, if you're better at this than I am and my wife and my little brother Malik, great. But we had 3 of us and we ended up getting it to work. Again, it was fun. It was fun and it looks amazing. All right, next up, we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Shoe wall. Now, I have a bunch of shoes pretty much everywhere. I try to keep the most hyped items on the wall out of the way, out of boxes, and in rotation. So for me, this is the easiest way to keep them in rotation. I have everything from Dior's, Stussy Dunk Low, or Cactus Plant Flea Market Dunk Low, Travis Scott's. I mean, I have just about everything that I want as a hype beast. And if you say you're not a hype beast, I understand that, but then you're just really not in the shoes. Like, it's fun chasing the unobtainable, I want to say. Also, it's made up of artificial grass and a couple of IKEA stands. You know, nothing special, just something that I wanted to showcase my shoes, basically. I just wanted to showcase the shoes that I like the most, the shoes that I want to wear the most, and the shoes that are currently, you know, hype. You know, something small for me, good for the stream, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a talking point. If you walk into this room, I still want people to get the wow factor. Me being somebody, you know, regular is nice when you have somebody walk into your game room and it looks like this. So this was a big focal point for me. I didn't want to put out the video until I had at least something to display the few shoes I like. Gotta display Dior ones, man. Those are almost impossible to obtain. Solar Yeezy 2s, Net Yeezy 1, man, just things like that you just don't come across. So definitely had to give that a big ups. But again, that wasn't hard. Me, wifey, and Alex all put that together, and didn't take much time at all. My favorite thing about it is I can see what I want to wear. The worst thing is when you have all these kicks and boxes and you can't really see what you actually want to wear. All right, next thing we're going to talk about is going to be the 65-inch Samsung 4K UHD yada 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 TV. At the end of the day, it's a 65-inch Samsung 4K smart TV. Pretty sure you can get these from pretty much anywhere right about now. The one thing I like about it the most, I want to say, is the bezels. So I'm really big when it comes to having a clean, neat setup or look. So with that being said, you can barely see, you know, you get more TV than bezel. Like, a lot of TVs that are affordable have a lot of bezel, and this doesn't have that much. So I went with an affordable TV with the smallest bezel, you can say. Now, there's a lot better TVs out there. This is just for me. I don't need anything crazy. We use this for a movie room. Put a movie on, blast it. You won't even notice that it's not the best TV in the world. By the way, Squid Game's fire show. Now, with that being said, this is probably one of my favorite things about this room. I can go from a gaming experience to laying down in the big couch bed that we built and go right to having a movie room at the same time. This TV was probably one of my favorite purchases simply because it was the simplest. Everything else in this room was a headache and difficult to either build, find, or have. So, easy, I like it.
Okay, so for the hexagons on the wall, we actually use plywood and sound panels. I've seen a bunch of people use different hexagons different ways, but there's this guy I follow on Instagram, and his name's Havoc, I'm pretty sure. I'll drop his Instagram in the description below so you guys can go check his out. He actually helped a lot with this process. Definitely, mine doesn't look as cool as his, but I think it's pretty dope. And it added a pretty cool accent to the room, given, you know, everybody has some type of lit design on the wall. I have the nano leaves, but sometimes they don't connect well and they're just a pain in my butt. So I stick to the hexagons. There was also different colors you could have chose for the hexagons, but again, like I said, Havoc, I like his setup, and it actually gave me the neutral look I was going for, considering I have technically an all-white room. So I like the neutral gray, the black, and the charcoal. I think it was a perfect mix for what I wanted to do.
So one of the coolest things I did to my gaming room was connect it with, "Hey Siri, gaming time."
Okay, setting. Okay, game room is set to gaming time.
So that's all I have to say. I say that, she puts it in the list of colors that I added and like the most while I'm gaming. Even better for me. Makes everything pretty much hands-free. It's one of my favorite things about this game room. You can pretty much do whatever you want with it when you want with it. All right, next thing we're gonna talk about is gonna be the PC setup. Now, I am rocking dual monitors. The right one's just a curved Samsung monitor, so I can see chat a little easier when I'm streaming. Front one right here is gonna be the gaming monitor, which is the Alienware. Now, you can get any mode or versions of these. The ones that I choose to go with are the 244 refresh rate, and the 1 millisecond response time. I play a lot of Warzone and Call of Duty in general, always have, so I feel like you need those two things to be as best as you can at the game. PC back here, I'm rocking. I got the Corsair water cooler, Corsair clear case, and on the inside of it, I got the 3080 Founders Different graphics card. Now, a lot of people said don't pay resale for it when they were about, I think, $1,100. Retails for about $650, but I paid about $1150 for mine. And everybody told me it was a bad idea. Now looking at them, they're all about $2,500. Wasn't too bad of an idea for me. So I am rocking the Ryzen 7 5800 series for my CPU. And like I said before, the graphics card is probably slim to none chances to find. I think guys are camping out for about 7 days for those. I'm not doing that. Can't do it. Too much time on my hands, too much time on their hands, not enough on mine. So power to most of the people that got it. I saw a lot of them on OfferUp. Didn't hear a lot of people raving about, yay, I got a graphics card for retail, but again, to each their own. I get about 150 to 160 frames per Warzone. So running that setup with the GPU and the CPU together, I felt like it's pretty good. Also, I have my guy Tanner tweak my settings, so overall, like, my PC is probably my comfort zone. One thing I did want to give you guys a look at is the desktop. Now, I feel like everybody uses the same desktop when they're doing a gaming setup. Everybody goes with the countertops from IKEA that are technically kitchen countertops. Now, I have the same setup as most people when it comes to that. I feel like that's standard for look cool, look clean, and go with the flow. Unless you're rich or you can just make a desk. I don't know. I just went with the easy thing for that. I went to Alexa drawers alongside the kitchen countertop. This one's called the Carlby desk. I'm pretty sure if you look that up on IKEA, it's still available. But again, there's two versions. You can get one, I think this is a 76, and then they have like a 96. 96, I'm pretty sure if you're in a normal room, is almost wall to wall. I wanted a little more space, a little more open, so I went with, I don't know, the normal size. So that desk is pretty much my favorite out of the bunch, and I liked how it looked in a lot of different people's setups, so I got one myself. Now, my favorite mouse to use right now is going to be the Red Dragon M801. It's the same as my keyboard. Red Dragon keyboard, Red Dragon mouse, just to go with the flow. Like I said, I like a clean setup and I like things to flow well. And again, it's RGB. You can never go wrong with RGB. That was one of my big things in putting this room together, so I wanted to make sure I keep that intact when I'm moving on to my accessories, my mouses, my stands, anything that can have RGB, I want it to have RGB. Now, 9 times out of 10, is it more expensive and a waste of money? Probably. So you kind of got to just decide that on your own.
Okay, so this one was a hard decision. One thing I did go with was the Secret Lab Titan XL Batman gaming chair. Now, I'm really big on, obviously, comics, art, drawing, all those things. So it kind of just went in line with the Joker theme, the characters, and, you know, who doesn't love Batman? Now, I looked at a bunch of different chairs. With the way my desk is set up, it's a little higher than most. So I think the best thing for me was to find a chair tall enough to match my desk. With that being said, the Secret Lab Titan XL Batman gaming chair was the way to go. Once it got here, it was perfect. I can lower it, higher it, and the quality of the chair was just amazing.
Also, like, if you don't know, I kind of like clowns. Just a thing. I don't know. A lot of people don't like clowns, but when I say I think they're awesome, I just do. I have Joker as a Hot Toys collectible. I have Pennywise as a Hot Toys collectible. And I have the Joker on a bear brick. So I guess you can say I like clowns.
Okay, I get a lot of questions about this on stream, and it's what headset did I go with? Or what headset am I wearing? The headset I chose was the Astro A40 wired headset. Now, this headset has never given me any issues, and I've had the same one for a pretty long time now. Most big streamers and gamers, I feel like, this is a go-to headset for them. Now, a lot of people like the A50s, but I just feel like they're a bit too deep for me. They sound like you're underwater. So with these, it's perfect for me. Now, everybody chooses what they want when it comes to gaming. And for me, I'm more big on the aesthetics and how it sounds and how it fits me. So this headset is pretty customizable from the earpieces to the mix amp. So it just depends on, again, how you want to run your setup or have your headset. At the end of the day, I feel like this headset was perfect for me. Okay, so for this next item, this is a TV stand. We actually went with the IKEA Bias TV unit in high gloss white. Now mine's is about a 70 inch because my TV in the room is a 65 inch. It's probably one of the dopest items in the room just because it's so sleek and pretty useful. I run just about everything through it and under it. All right, so I already know what you guys are thinking. Yes, I have on different clothes. This video took countless amount of days. We shot it ourselves. We didn't really know what we were doing, but again, we're just bringing you guys more and more content. I showed you guys the game room. Now, I want to know what you guys think. Drop below in the comments, what you think of it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'm gonna be bringing a lot of different things to you guys on this YouTube channel. So until next time.